오케이. 자, 마지막 챕터 하도록 하겠습니다. 마지막 챕터 맞나? 트로피엔 마지막 챕터로 넣었는데 어떻게 됐지? 한 달 아래의 산책. 자, 산책 갑시다. 뭐 단서가 없는데 뭘 추리를 하나 해. 자, 한 달 아래로 한 달 거리. 자, 현장을 한번 보고 그 다음 신문하도록 합시다. 여긴가? 여기네요.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
자, 피해자 먼저.
Who were the victims?
The two men here, both shot. The stabbed fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweler by trade.
자, 목격자.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
자, 목격자가 둘이네요.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were
북쪽에
so
총성이
loud I couldn't hear anything
붙었던가
else.
아니면은 실제로 안 들렸던가 그런 거겠죠?
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course. Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
하하.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have
진술이
been of
꽤나
great value
많았네요.
to me.
자, 시체를 봅시다.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant. The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound. A tattoo from Westgate Prison. The Cotty must have done some time there.
얼굴을 봅시다.
Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
자, 또 다른 시체 하나 더. 여기 있네요.
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look. This shard of wood is quite new.
그리고 얼굴 머리에
The bullet
그냥
struck his
그거네.
head. This man didn't stand a chance.
관동상 당했네요. 열쇠.
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
이제 목격자의 진술. 첫 번째 목격, 세 번째 목격, 두 번째 목격자죠. 세 번째가 아니라.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story? Can you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
자, 일단 인상착의 먼저. 명예문장. 오. 전쟁에 참가한 그거네. 자, 인물묘사 끝.
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment. Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
자, 2 발의 총성에 2명의 피해자가 아니라 아이씨봉. 네, 이거죠. 둘 중 한 명이 거짓이죠.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime, is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
개소리요.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that
안녕하세요.
he did not see
형이네.
anyone at the window.
안녕하세요,
He was
형.
running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment. to tell you the
증인이
truth.
참
Allow me to
변별력
form
전에.
my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from the window?
경관이 다르다고 하니까는 참 멋져.
Please follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
아니 선반이 이렇게 멀리.
A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became
이 증인 겁나 이제 의심가기
did
시작하네.
not mention that he was so near to the victims.
또 어딨지? 아니 이게 끝이라고? 지팡이가 끝인데 왜 나 책.
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
최초 목격자가 범인이 되는 순간이군. 겁나 멋져.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
그리고 이쪽이 아니네요. 반대편이네. 칼? 응? 아, 종이,
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table.
야, 이상하게 알려주길래 깜짝 놀랐네.
This kitchen knife is quite sharp. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
뭘 잘랐을까요? 창문.
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
목격이 되긴 하는데
Anything else?
신뢰가 전혀 안 가네. 뭐 딴 것도 없나? 여기 있다. 벽난로. 뭔가 태웠겠지? 역시 뭔가
The
태웠네.
papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here. These words are illegible. This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
점점 의심이 가. 창문을 열었고 시체가 좀 다가간 다음에 칼로 썰고 아니 초기야 다시 침대에서 일어나서 창문을 열었고 그다음 시체 근처로 가서 칼로 무언가 자르고 무언가 불가에 내던지고 지팡이 놓았다. 완벽해. 창문 열어서 본 다음에 내려가서 종이를 주웠겠죠? 종이를 줍고 그걸 칼로 썰어버리고 그 다음 태우고 그 다음 놨어.
No, it didn't happen
아닌데?
this way.
아니라고? 다 한 다음에 부엉이 지팡이 놓고 칼로 뭔가 짤고 이렇게인가? 됐다.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find? I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
하하.
Now, what a find! A precious jewel concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head design, a distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
하하. 이놈의 새끼. 범인이었구만.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
장난하니?
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
이 사람이 참 힘들게 해.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the...
나왔다 왔냐고? 아니. 아, 갑자기 불러가지고.
This precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
굿. 좋아요. 자, 팔찌를 조사할 일이 생겼고요. 다음 두 번째, 마지막 목격자죠? 가기 전에 위긴스. 많이 위긴스?
Mr. Holmes, did you...
위긴스 나중에 물어보고. 자, 마지막 목격자. 안녕하세요.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
진술로
Could you tell us
들읍시다.
everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
그렇게 중요한 건 안 주네. 자, 일단은 조사 먼저 하자. 조사하고 경찰서 가서 신문 때리면 되겠죠? 가자. 자, 연도를 따집시다. 하하. 순양. 보고서에 들어가 봐야 되겠는데? 화학 말고 동물학, 흉터 및 상처, 범죄학, 무술, 기호 및 상징. 아니, 뭐지? 신문에 있나? 이것도 아니고. 이건 백과사전인데? 아, 이거구나. 씨, 장난하나.
Here it is. I need to continue my research in my archives.
자, 그리스 시대 1585년에 나와있죠?
Here it is.
Hmm.
One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
자, 전담보 추가. 자, 일단 견찰관 먼저 갑시다. 가자.
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a
뭐
double
홈즈가
murder.
늦은 밤에 안 오면 안 되는
I
건가?
beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
자, 우리의 경감님은 버리고 내가 직접 풀어야지 뭐. 자신감 품.
These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
사과는 증거품을 못 보나?
A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt. So this is
문제의
the gun
검총이군.
Clayton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
오. 네, 지금 이게 중요한 게 아니야. 탄창 빼고 조사한 게 아, 여기 있다. 뭐야. 그래. 두 발 쐈네.
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
자, 대포가 2명의 피해 2발. 동시갑발은 한번 체크해보자. 재현을 하면 이제 이게 맞는지 안 맞는지라니까. 진술이나 합시다.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
아프리카가 왜요? 겁나 렉걸리나?
Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I've come here to help you.
응? 근데 토크 불안정이라고 뜨진 않는데. 예, 쓰레기가 됐습니다, 아프리카는. 저 조만간 다음 파스로 넘어가야 될 것 같아요.
You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
좋아, 일단 너의 인상착의를 좀 보자. 역시 길거리 애들은 굉장해. 손수건. 허허.
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw 2 men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man. Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps... It's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
거짓말 치지 마. 똑같은 증거가
I'm sure
있는데.
that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
자. 목격자의 진술랑 완전히 다르죠? 그러면 이게 되는데? 나 이걸 먼저 동치겹발을 먼저 해보자. 그러면 사격 지점까지 해가지고 이렇게 세 개가 동시에 되는데? 정 관련이 없는 거죠. 일단은 다 제거를 할 걸 합시다. 또 있어. 이런 거 없죠? 자, 동시겹발을 먼저 해봅시다. 그래서 동시개발 하고 이걸 해야지 이제 가지수가 줄어드니까. 늘어날지도 모르지만. 흠흠. 이벤트?
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
허허.
It would be my
자, 위긴스한테 일단 말해
Mr. Holmes,
해야 되나? 아니네. 자, 저쪽으로?
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
여기도 역시 벽면 올릴 그런 게 있어야 될 것 같은데.
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift.
자, 장대를 가져갑시다.
This should be useful.
가지수 하나 줄여야지 뭐 씨.
This is most definitely a bullet hole.
응?
The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
아니. 그럼 C봉 대응 사격이 나오는 건데? 야, 씨. 마지막은 마지막은 겁나 재밌겠어. 메로우의 추격극 경관.
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
좋아요?
No, this is not how I walked at the time of the crime. I was more attentive. Let's start over again.
아니 저런 이런 샹. 신중하게 찾아야 한다고?
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
혼자 찾기 프로젝트네. 이쪽에 넣고, 이쪽에 넣고, 하하. 없어. 여기 있구만.
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
It would be my
조명탄 발사장치 암벽 등반 기구를 찾아라. 미쳐버리겠다 이젠. 별의별 거 다 찾으래.
I'll do anything.
어디서 찾아? 근데 정작 중요한 건? 찾아낼 곳이 없네. 이제 보니까.
Locked.
주변을 한번 돌아봐야 되나? 이쪽은 아니네요. 이번엔 엄청 하드하게 그거 하겠구만. 어디에 있지? 잠깐만.
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
거울?
Such a young.
여기까지는 여긴 아니네. 여기서는 얻을 수 있는 게 없다는 건데. 일단 전담포로 갑시다. 뭔가를 가져와야 돼. 그러면 정답보가 어디야? 여긴가?
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock. Perfect.
허허.
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
허허. 여기서 가져오는 거였네? 자, 조명은
This is
총.
exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
계산대.
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
호호.
The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
하나가 지금 딴 데 있는 거네, 그러면? 좋아요. 하나 둘씩 맞춰지고 있구만. 여기 말고 이제 갈 곳 없지? 반달말, 반달거리. 꽃.
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh, no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
서로 참 싸움질 대단해.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can.
흔적을 남기지 않고 가는 법.
The moon illuminates this wall. Anyone trying to climb it would be easily spotted by Constable Marrow. This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
나니? 아니 저런 쌍.
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there?
홈즈는 돈 내. 뭐 하는 건지.
I should try climbing faster.
빨리 올라야 돼.
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there? Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that. Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen. I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
여긴가 보네요. 오케이 하나 둘씩 풀리고 있어.
These shards of glass are from the window above. A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope. Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket.
Good.
We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
오케이. 그럼 다 맞죠? 아니 지금 다 안 맞아. 저기 하나 때문에 다 안 맞고 있어 지금. 난리가 아닌데? 한 개의 진술로 인해 지금 다 안 맞고 있어. 정말 멋진 게임이야. 마지막에 이렇게 빡세게 줄 줄이야. 현미경관 합시다.
Let us take a closer look. It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human. I need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. A shaving brush is usually made from horsehair. Watson, could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Here you are.
Watson, look, what's outside the window?
Well, I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes!
Oh, don't make such a fuss. Wonderful hair. Human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample. This is a most unusual hair. The horse hair is thinner than the hair that we found. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse. A hair from a large and exotic animal.
좋아요. 자, 이러면 하나가 나와. 자, 드디어 찾았다.
I'm all.
Wiggins is currently at
아, 위긴스 반달거리 있구나. 어우, 어우, 팔아. 가자. 계속 싸워.
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here? You'd best be leaving and be quick about it.
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not like you.
Oi, watch your tongue.
참 서로 존심 쩔어. 자, 위긴스.
Mr. Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far. We found facts and details that confirm your brother's innocence.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now, Wiggins, we need your help.
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal. A very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
끝. 잠시 후겠죠? 다음날 아침.
I do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news in 7 seconds.
Mr. Holmes, we found it. Here it is.
And this is a young Indian elephant, the highlight of the show. Duval Brothers, a well-known travelling circus that is currently stopped in London. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay it a visit.
자, 다음날 아침이라서 갈 곳이 하나로 줄었네.
Aye, you. Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
You're wanting to apply for... Nah. You don't look like the type of, artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
What? Nah. I don't think so. Clear off. You're a bit slow to catch on, eh? Get lost.
흐흐. 변장을 해야 되겠고. 자물쇠 따는 사람을 원했죠? 새 무릎으로 눌렀네. 연장. 지저분한 옷이 없는데 변장을 해야 되는데. 자, 이 정도면 될 거예요.
Highly doubt that a lockpicker would wear an outfit like this.
아니, 도대체 어떻게 짜라고. 강도 복장. 완벽해. 아니야, 완벽해. 강도 복장.
I'd better wear a shabby hat.
허름한 거? 좋아.
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
Thank God, Holmes. I can't get used to your disguises.
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
좋아요. 자, 가도록 합시다.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley. And I'd highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
So, everything is here, just as you asked. And what about the money?
Some of the barrels are wet.
Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped.
Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies.
I want to be paid first.
No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said.
Right?
I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout.
Of course not. I'm a professional.
Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight, then.
허허.
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside. There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out. The crest of the Honourable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure.
하하.
Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it is, in fact, gunpowder. The barrels are roughly clustered. It seems as though they were brought here in a hurry.
화약을 도대체 어디다 쓰려고 그러는 거지?
This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day. That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting. From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people. There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls. Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
Stop right there. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on the table over there. Open that.
나니 저거보다라고? 너무한 거 아니야? 최근에 생긴 상처. 자, 하나 마지막 하나 찾았네요. 이 자식 하나가 있잖아. 끝. 이거다. 응? 굿. 다음부터 땁시다. 아이 뭐 씨 맞으면서 안 맞아. 여기도 안 맞네. 잠깐만 여기서 이렇게 가서 이쪽에서 틀렸네. 이렇게 가서 뭔가 안 맞아. 됐다. 했다. 힘들게도 하네.
Ah, well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you can find yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on a corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal.
하하. 좋아요. 아, 재밌어졌어.
Here I am at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures. This lock is quite old. It shouldn't be
또 따.
much of a challenge.
오늘 자꾸 따네. 하하.